We stay in Brazil, where the federal police have opened a criminal investigation into the roof collapse in the historic landmark São Francisco Church in Salvador. Our correspondent Brian Mier has more.
After the roof collapse in Salvador's São Francisco de Assis church, killing 1 and injuring 5 tourists last week, the grief quickly turned to anger. Some politicians, church officials, and journalists tried to blame the tragedy on the National Institute of Historic and Artistic Heritage, or IFAN, a small agency that designates historic landmarks and provides technical support to their owners, but is not responsible for maintenance.
Obviously, IFAN doesn't have the resources needed to reform all the historic buildings, and the owners don't have the habit of properly maintaining them, even when they have the resources to do so, like some orders of the Catholic Church. Aside from a small group of people who care about preservation, society as a whole only seems to worry about our historic landmarks after a disaster like this one, or the fire in the National Museum that happened in Rio de Janeiro a few years ago. Aside from these situations, people have little interest in historic preservation. So at these moments, everyone remembers that we have IFAN, and they blame it for things far beyond its capacity and legal responsibilities.
Construction of São Francisco de Assis Church, nicknamed the Church of Gold, was finished in 1713, and before the roof collapsed last week, it was known as one of the 7 wonders of Portuguese architecture. With dozens of other buildings in similar states of disrepair in the Pelourinho neighborhood, locals are wondering how many disasters have to take place before society realizes the importance of preserving its history.
I hope that the authorities who represent our organized society and UNESCO take over the rehabilitation. People who don't preserve the past don't live in the present and will never be able to build the future. Preserve to perpetuate. Long live Pelourinho.
On Tuesday, the federal police initiated a criminal investigation into the roof collapse. Brian Mier, teleSUR, Salvador.